welcome back to another video with Miss Tech Savvy. Today, I will show you how to create an assignment using a document from your Google Drive. It is important to note that you must be the owner of the document in order to upload it to Canvas. So, if there's a document you want to use, let's pause this video and go make a copy of that document. I'll be here when you return. Otherwise, let's begin. Always recommend working in the classroom that you see first because you see them first. So in my case, that's my section 41. I'm going to go ahead into this classroom. And of course, I like to work in modules. So let's go ahead and click modules. In modules, we're going to create a new module so that our document can sit under it. So I'll go right here to the plus sign. I'm going to add a module. And for the sake of this assignment, I'm going to name it Demo Google Drive Assignments. Okay, I'm going to click Add Module, and anytime you add a new module, it automatically goes to the bottom. So to move it to the top, go to these three vertical lines here, and then we're going to click Move Module, and then at the top. It's good practice to have that module at the top because it's going to be the first thing that students see when they log in under modules, and it just makes for good practice. Next, let's go ahead and add the assignment. So I'm going to go here to the plus sign, make sure that it says Add Assignment. We're going to create a new assignment and then give it a name. In this case, I'm going to name it Demo and then Google Drive because we're pulling for our Google Drive. Once your assignment has a name, go ahead and click Add Item. The moment you go ahead and click Add Item, the assignment then appears under the module that you want it to be attached to. Now we have to give our assignment some properties. When you give it some properties, we're going to go into it and then click Edit. Under Edit, here you can put your directions or any materials you may want your students to see. And so for me, I'm actually going to put the directions for the essay, which I already have clipboard. And I'm going to take this and just change the font. I like to change the font to make it a little larger just so that it's easier for students to read. Next, we're going to give our assignment some more properties. In this case, this assignment that I'm having my students do is worth 8 points. The assignment group is how you want this assignment to be graded. So what's the weight of it? In this case, this assignment is going to be an assessment grade. Now comes the fun part, submission type. In order to pull the assignment from your Google Drive, we have to change this from no submission to external tool. From external tool, this will allow you to go into your Google Drive to pull the assignment directly from your Google Drive. So I'm going to go here to Find. And to pull from your Google Drive, you're going to have to actually scroll and find where it says Google LTI 1.3. If this is your first time doing this, it's going to ask you to be able to give your permissions or share permissions with Canvas. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And now I'm able to create my Google assignment. Let's go ahead and keep our grading system to be under Canvas Speed Grader, but we want to focus here on attach as well, okay? So I'm going to click attach, and then this will give me access to my Google Drive. From here, I'm going to select the assignment that I want. It turns blue, and then I go down here to this add button and I click it. Notice here that the assignment has a title, and then it's automatically going to give each student their own copy. How great is that? Then let's scroll down and we're going to click Create. Under Create, this is going to help assign it to your students and make their own copy. From here, it takes you back into Canvas, and we're going to just click this little button that says Select. I know it's redundant, just do it. So This button wasn't loaded before, but it's a good practice to have the assignment loaded into a new tab so that way your students have a new window for it. All right. Now, for allowed attempts, this allows you to give your students multiple attempts on that assignment. So, for example, you can have unlimited or you can go ahead and limit it. Sometimes I give my students unlimited attempts until it's time to submit. Other times I do limit the attempts, but for this case, I'm gonna go ahead and just keep it unlimited because I'm gonna have a due date. Because I like to also work smarter and not harder, I want to make sure that this assignment syncs to Synergy. That way, I can just go ahead and have a grade pass back from my gradebook automatically to Synergy. Down here, where it says assign access, everyone was going to have access to this assignment, and then I'm going to give it give it a due date. This activity or this essay is actually going to be due on Friday, the 20th. I'm going to make it available from the 18th and then until the 20th. All right, so let's go ahead and review. I have my direction and extra resources. And again, if you need to see this, you can just pull it down. It's going to be out of 8 points. The assignment group is assessment. I'm doing this as an external tool. Here's the link where everybody's going to have their own copy. And I want it to load into a new tab. The submission attempts is going to be unlimited, and we want the grade to be able to pass back to Synergy. And then I have my due date, available from, and then available until date. Once I feel good all about that, I'm going to click save. All right. Now, of course, we have to check our work. So to check our work, I'm going to go back to modules. And I want to make sure that I publish the module and the assignment that's attached to it. If I don't publish the module and the assignment, my students are not going to see it. So let's go ahead and publish the module and all items that are attached to that. All right. Now, let's see what my students see. In order to do that, I love to go under View as Student. This allows me to check my work and make sure that my students have access to the assignment, to make sure that it reads properly, and to make sure that I have everything correct so that there's no confusion. So let's go ahead and click View Student. Perfect. So they see the assignment, and now we're going to go into the assignment so that way you can see what it looks like when they go to type in it. Okay. Oh, look at that. You have your directions, and then down here, you want to instruct your students to click this little gray box where it says Load Demo Google Drive in a new window. That way, it opens up directly for your students. If this is your student's first time, it is going to ask them to link their account. Just give them a moment to link, let them know it's going to take a little bit because the computer needs some time to think. For me, my stuff is already linked, so I'm going to go ahead and click continue. Now, as an instructor, it does take you to this page, and once your students start opening it, their names are going to appear and you'll be able to see their assignments directly. However, I'm going to go ahead and take us into the assignment, and this is what they'll actually see. They'll see the directions, they'll see, I have their own copy of the unlocking the prompt, and then they'll be able to actually type in the assignment directly. And there you have it. Stay tuned for the next video where I show you how to upload a document from your Google Drive and link it to Kami to give your students access to annotations and drawing tools.
Y'all better subscribe.